And then Tom runs
She
away.
was going to kill herself. Just herself.
Was she? I mean, I
You
guess it's a
interrupted her
possibility.
and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Session 1 minute. Oh my goodness, what a time for the stream to blink out. Incredible. Thanks, Twitch.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs.
It's gonna make for an awkward VOD.
What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
Goblin cups.
Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
You know it's Twitch, because if it was Comcast, I'd be down for like half an hour or a whole hour. But just blinking long enough to end the stream and interrupt a touching cutscene, that's a Twitch blink. That's all Twitch.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I
You gave her a 3-inch wound
killed her.
on the side.
Stop.
3-inch on the side isn't going to kill her. Allison.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay, I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us us.
What makes you you is your sibling love. That's never gonna go away.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he
What
plotted
do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Was it Mom helping us all along, the voice? Which means Mom was at you, giving all of Allison's anxieties life as well. Will they keep the house then, though? Because the whole point of selling the house was bad memories. And Michael and Allison were going to move to Juneau. But this is a happy place now. Is it? And then credits for answers we'll never get. Six months later. You shaved your head, Tyler? But it looks so good, I don't even recognize you. We're not for the scruff. That's a classic scruff.
One last look. I'm good to go. Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping
Feed
off
the
the keys with
birds.
Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno? How are you? Heard about Tom. What's the deal with Tom? Did we completely tank his campaign? Because there's no way we just let him go.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes, I saw your message right before Derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But
She's
I
in
did
Derby.
cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Nice mouse.
Anyways, think I should swing by the store for one final fuck off?
See you never, Vecchies.
Both Becky's. How's Juno?
How's Juno?
Big and
The house
full
is so
of people,
empty.
even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Are we all
Okay,
moving
but
in
you
together?
better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What?
A beaver
Heresy.
dam?
I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right?
This is next
this
month.
cannot stand.
But sis, how are you?
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You
I still
know,
got voice access.
emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
Alright, sis, gotta go. Glad she's getting therapy, though.
Okay, I'm gonna now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Okay, so first is down. This
Still
is a
no
dam,
beavers.
right? No beavers?
Well, I'm right behind you guys.
Do I finally get full exploratory rights of the boathouse? Cool. Chopped a rock. You know, there's a feature where if Twitch disconnects for like half a second, it puts up like a little broke connection image and reconnects seamlessly. I might actually have to turn that on to prevent more like several hour stream in one VOD and then 5 minutes in the butt end.
Time to move on.
And he jumps in. Tell me why, in water ending. Still can't explore it. I guess there's not much to explore, but still. Seasonal Creek. So this bench, within view of Leo.
I'm sorry we're leaving you alone out here. Bye, Leo.
Everything okay, Ty?
We still have long
Actually,
distance.
Yeah. Everything really is.
I still have this vision thing. So I'm wondering if there's gonna be like final memories to see in the house. Though I wonder if Allison would be made to see them too. If I find old stuff to dig up. Since they do feel what each other feels.
Goblins out.
It really is so remarkably empty now.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird. But at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Can't open up the very colorful cabinet. Delos Crossing Most Wanted escape. Oh no, the mailbox bandit is out. Fuzzy Bandit puts mail at peril once again. That he should take with. That is history. They didn't bring the stove? What? Oh my goodness, that picture of the three of them. Allison, Tyler, and Michael. Are those New Year's glasses? 2016. Those are New Year's glasses. Is he gonna leave? No, that's a take prompt. We gotta take these with us. Double keep, double keep. Both goblins say take them. And the letter. I don't see a letter. Hey, goblin. Hey, goblins. Word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you done already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like a stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix as easy to fix everything as a boat. Aw, Sam, boats take efforts too. Just keep putting that effort in, and you'll get there. What about the barn though? Because the upstairs is intricate with mom stuff. That barn alone should up the price like a good couple of million. Junk on the floor. Juno University, join us. But we have our bachelors, that's all we need, right? Just a bachelor's and we're good for life.
Turns out you didn't need our help losing the election, Tom.
But surely we expose what he did, right? Mayor Scow sails to victory by Amy Chung, Delos Crossing. Mayor Leslie Scow wins mayoral election. Mayor Leslie Scow declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger Thomas Vecchi. With almost 68% of the vote, Scow's triumph was the widest margin of victory in Delos Crossing history. Her rival, Vecchi, sparked much debate in the community over his gun control policies. But Scow's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. The innocence of 2016. Many in her community say her re-election came as no surprise. Vecchi had been a steady voice for change, but since his concession on Friday, the local business owner has retreated from the spotlight, preferring to focus at his general store and the restaurants he operates with his wife, Tessa Vecchi. When asked about the result, Vecchi simply expressed disappointment but offered no official statement. What's this? Police chief takes on Alaska Crime Commission. Police Chief Edward Brown calls for legislative task force to examine law enforcement crisis. Do you mean a lack of, or do you mean the law enforcement getting a bit paramilitary in this neck of the woods? Public safety crisis is no secret among the people of Alaska, especially those living in far and remote communities. Delos Crossing Police Chief Edward Brown tasked himself with making a difference, and has been working for years with legislators to draw attention to what he views as failures of Alaskan law enforcement. Today, Brown visited the Criminal Justice Commission in Anchorage to present the case for new measures to fight this crisis, pointing the finger at the overburdened state courts that fail to recognize tribal sovereignty. Brown proposed a shared supervision of publicly funded law enforcement in villages and native communities. This agreement would follow the same model as the Alaska Tribal Health Compact. Whereby Native organizations have jurisdiction over Native cases in partnership with the United States government. Under Brown's proposal, tribal courts and Native organizations will be authorized to handle some cases. This realignment of jurisdiction would benefit the state and federal governments, Brown said, by freeing space in the clogged state and federal criminal courts, as well as significantly reducing the Native incarceration population and clearing criminal records. Brown believes this compact would enhance relations and allow impacted communities to better serve and help themselves. This is the first step, one of many more to come, towards much-needed sympathetic systemic changes, Brown said. We need each other to heal. Kind of surprising coming from Brown. I figured that with his willingness to go with exactly what the court said in Tyler's case, that he was just going to be the typical cop thing of just being like, typical cop. But apparently, another hatch. Sense enough in him to put in some good changes. Because the law enforcement system really does do the worst to oppressed populations. Send picture to Allison. Oh, with a camera phone. I thought like mentally send a picture to her. Look, it's been 3 days of psychic goblins. I assumed it would send a psychic picture. Was that a noise? Is there a memory here? No memories. This isn't Mom's house anymore, I guess. Oh my goodness, it's all cleared out. No way, bro. I can't reply to it. Upstairs then. Hold on. Was gonna leave my laptop behind. I don't recall seeing these. Did a ghost put them here? Ghost Mom, was that you? Ooh, cool, it's a holographic. Winter, summer, winter, Summer. And still wearing Uncle Eddie's ring, I see. But down. Michael. Okay, this is 2016. What kind of interface is this? Must be a relief to finally be done with that place. No doubt, the traffic's not too bad. I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Haha, traffic in Delos. Only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Yeah, make it that biscuit thing you liked. Damn, on my way. I'll probably have to take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die, I'll keep it warm, see in a few, and big ol' smiley face. But I can't manipulate the mouse. I got 7 emails though, I can't get my emails? Just shove the suitcase and everything in my pocket. One last goodbye to the upstairs. Apparently, could have explored more up here in Chapter 2.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. Goodbye, broom. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon?
And the goblin picture. That's goblin, right? Our space. Another picture to Allison. Which means they're all done here for posterity. That's another noise. There are noises in this house. Little goblin noises. Don't think I don't hear you. Are there really goblin noises? Are those child us's? The ghost of child us's? Goblin, goblin. Aww. Okay, but really, who's making noise? Because I don't think I'm just hearing anything. I'm pretty sure there were noises each time I took a picture. Like a little squeakoo or giggle or something. Nothing. Just deathly silence. I guess that's it then. I guess that's the house. And there's the old junker.
I should have probably run these by his place. Or just dropped them off at Bernie's. I should have probably run these by his place. Or
But
just
not gonna.
drop them off at Bernie's.
Not gonna drop those stuff off.
Last night's dinner wasn't that good. But better than going back to the Vecchi's.
To think the biggest crime of all is that Tessa Vecchi could have potentially ruined Lumpia for these kids forever. That right there was practically a cardinal sin. Can't go back in and say goodbye to mom stuff? Because really, what is even going to happen with all of mom's memories upstairs? Did we sell it? Do we just leave it as is for the next homeowners to find? Bye again, Leo. I think it's just nature noises. Nature noises like a branch creaking off in the distance or something. Say goodbye to the birds I never fed.
Guess you guys moved on too.
Well, yeah, because he found the birdseed in chapter 1, didn't find the house until chapter 2, and it never fed them. Maybe if you feed them every single chapter, they'll be here, and they get to fly around and sing your praises, like Darcy the songbird, singing of the death of Nag.
I hope the next goblin family bakes a lot of sand pies in this.
I guess that's it. Nothing else to do but say goodbye to the house. Deuces. I got my little goblin with me.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Dreamy sigh. Oh my goodness, they're kissing in front of a bright light. Aww. Hello. Tyler, he, him for the JCE. Annual queer prom, come as you are. This is that thing I was telling you about. See you there, D. You know, even if D is a scare the kids straight kind of cop, she's not half bad. Is that a Master Chief? Oh, Tyler. Brought the moose with, and that's my moose. That's Tyler's moose, because Tyler's moose was the one under the house. Allison's was upstairs, had her name on the foot. So, do we go then? Where's my ignition? There's nothing else to look at, is there? There's a wheel, but I'm not exactly seated for wheel.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Am I not allowed to go? Because I'm pretty sure all there is to do is to go. Am I missing something? Because that just says examine. And I don't actually get to leave the area. Gather your and lock the house. Okay. Alright. And lock the house. Leave the house for good. Walking out the door like it wasn't outside for the past 5 minutes.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
I'm surprised there weren't any final ghosts, but I guess that's it.
Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog. And
Dracula's
my mother,
locks not secured.
she just tumbled right out of me.
Metaphorically?
But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Then credits. Achievements, lock up and go, twins for life. And me rushing to grab a bathroom break is like, what, 3 hours, 4 hours, despite the hiccup on Twitch half an hour ago, so give me a sec. But that was so good! I'm kind of disappointed that we don't get to go back to the veggies and, like, flip them off as we drive by. It is a fair bit of a disappointment that the revelation is just, hey, this happened, now get out of here, skit vamoose. But ah well. Pretty strong story and solid game otherwise. If it's brought me to either tears or near tears several times over 3 days, I'm going to count that as a win for this game. Strength definitely, and the writing and the characters absolutely. And the acting in them. Puzzles not too bad. Integration in the Book of Goblins and the puzzles, pretty cool. And the way you could use the Book of Goblins to kind of suss out who is who. And Marianne relationships with. It's kind of funny. I thought this was going to be Tyler's story because Tyler was the one that had the some issues discovering himself to be trans as a kid, and then maybe mom tried to kill me for that reason, and that sort of kickstarts the story. But in plenty of ways, it ends up being Allison's story, doesn't it? Since we learned very, very early on that mom was actually trying to be a better transparent. And Tyler had his therapy. He's had plenty of support and love and fireweed. And it's Allison all along that was suffering the repercussions of that childhood event 10 years back. Okay, so what's the consequence? The consequence is, hooray, everybody wins. The twins get to be happy together. 84% completed the puzzle. Allison grateful. Allison was influenced by Tom's memory. But that was correct, right? It fits. It makes the most logical sense. Why would mom threaten Tyler? Unless it was just mom uttering, I'm gonna kill you, about Tom out loud. It says influenced by. I wonder how meaningful that is, like if that's true. 37% believe the twins' memory, 63% believe Tom's testimony. But the thing is, even if Tom's testimony is true, which fits with Marianne's character, she loves her kids, she wouldn't want to hurt them. She's already lost one. So even with Tom's testimony being true in that regard, that doesn't absolve him. That still makes him the ultra mega creep. 95% held on to their voice. 5% let go of it. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Oh, is that because the primary choices I made kept the twins' bond together? I bet that is. The poor 5% that went with their gut and had them shut it out for good. See, that's because you learn early on in the Veggie store. If you choose Allison's version of the events over Tyler's, then Tyler's all like, I can't believe you couldn't trust me on this. And the consequence is like, you betrayed Tyler's trust by not going with him. It's like, alright, fine, I get it. Going to say, yeah, twin, let's do it your way. From then on out. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility in the murder. At least 2/3 of players confessed. Fair enough, but they didn't feel like they could have, but I think that was the best outcome to do. Sam. 30% confronted Sam with his addiction. And 70% listened to Sam's story. What does confront Sam with his addiction mean? Just be like, I don't want to hear your sob story, you're a drunk, where you were at or not, put the bottle down. Because Sam knows he has problems. He's an adult. He knows. I think getting the story out of Sam was pretty good, though. It gave layers to Mom. And he did give us information. He answered our questions. Michael felt closer to Tyler. 70% kissed Michael. 30% did not. And that's the final choice. The final choice is, did you kiss Michael or no? I'm kind of surprised, though, that Allison's conclusion was that Marianne was going to kill herself that night. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Consequences. 74% accepted the ring, so that's an even bigger gap than the kiss. 82% for the door puzzle. That's not really a choice, though. The puzzle was easy. Split. Close to 2/3 split. Almost half. Forgave Eddie. Okay, so there are wider gaps, and did they or did they not kiss? So you're telling me 80% accepted the compliment, but only 70% kissed Michael afterwards. I still can't believe 81% forgave Tessa. Why? Why though? You straight up asked Tessa if she accepts Tyler, and Tessa says to Tyler's face, oh honey, you're confused. No. Nuh-uh. No forgiveness. I'm sorry, 81%, but you are wrong. Held their voice. But that's a pretty even split. It's not like 69 to 21, 20 to like 21 or anything. Or 31? 16 to 31? Oh well, but I guess that's telling me why. Collectibles.
The Secret Keeper is a traveling woman who buys and sells secrets. She stores all these secrets in the clouds because nobody ever looks up when they're searching for hidden things.
Old bear. Is that a knot over the old bear's heart? Does that represent that the old bear is actually heartbroken?
The old bear is a mighty beast who lives in a beautiful cave of ice. He is in love with the wise princess, but she doesn't love him back.
That's what the caption says. The caption says she only sees him as a friend.
The Gold Lady is the wise princess's cruel mother, who sent the Mad Hunter to drive the girl back to the palace.
Okay, so the stories aren't always one to real life. They're figurative, metaphorical, but not 1-1. Like, Mom did not send Tom Becci out to seduce Mom. Hey, he was friend zoned, but that's perfectly okay. Mom had no interest in Sam. Sam was married. They could all be good friends, but if Mom's not interested, that's perfectly fair. He already had a mate. They have a son, a Richard, who pities his dad and sends him money. But at the very least, Sam is a good guy at heart. He wasn't the Mad Hunter. He respected his mom's boundaries eventually. Oh my goodness, Tears. There have been tears since day one, so I'm a little hardened by now. But they still get close. Replay. And it's only a new game. I don't get to continue. What's done is done. Choices have been made. It's only new game or leave. But yeah, I do have to wonder how linear it is, because I think that either way you're going to end up getting to the barn, having the confrontation. And the only real split, I think, is like what happens after. Do the twins remain closer apart? Do they move to Juneau? It's only been one playthrough, but I think it is kind of like the council in the sense it could botch things up, miss the obvious clues, and still get to the end, to the same end, or a similar one. Oh my goodness, that was adorable. Ice fishing with Michael. They kissed, they bonded, they flirted, they fished, they held hands. Then kissing in the sunset, you bet there were tears welling up, begging to be released. This is the kind of game where if I'm being deathly silent, it's not because I'm lacking in anything to say. It's because if I do open my mouth and say something, I am not going to be able to hold back. It is poker face as a wall to keep things in. I do think it's funny though that for the one person I suspected the least, I had him on the suspects list, and then completely discounted him because there were very good suspects that fit the mold a lot better, and it turned out, just as I said, no, it can't be him, ends up being him. But I think my final thought for this game is the voice acting. This is extraordinarily well acted. The characters are realistic, they're brought to life. You really feel their pain, their love, their emotion. And I still can't get how for domestic Western products, if it's a game whose native language is in English, they go all out with the best acting they can. But if it's an Eastern game, ported to the West and then dubbed, we make them all cartoons. Could you imagine? I mean, I'll admit VLR has its fans, but imagine VLR if the voice acting was directed as if it was a Western game. If they weren't just putting voices, but giving characters life. Tenmyuji, or, well, I guess Fai's alright. But anyone with actual acting behind it. I don't know. Because I really wish you could see this kind of acting in dubbed games and anime. I really do. It's better in plenty of ways since the 80s and 90s. It's somewhat more professional. But voice acting for dub stuff is definitely in its own culture now. That's kind of why I stopped watching dubs, because it's always the same 4 or 6 voices. And if you know what archetypes those 4 or 6 voices voice, you pretty much know the plot. Someday maybe, just not today. And while Steam says it's only been 47 minutes, because not Steam, while Twitch dashboards it's been 47 minutes because of its hiccup, I am going to call it there. There's no more game. Game's and done. It's taken my heart through the Alaskan wilderness, beat it up, and then gave it back to me looking shinier than ever. VA is hard and resource hungry, but my thinking is, if we could have amazing VA for native English stuff, then why can't we have amazing VA for dub stuff as well? That's where the split comes to me. Because it's a different standard. It's a different standard of what we expect. If it's a domestic product, we put the best acting we can. If it's a dubbed product, we give it cartoon quality, regardless of what kind of product it is. But since there are no such things as spoilers anymore, I think I'm going to raid somebody else who was playing Tell Me Why. We got people on Chapter 2, someone who has never heard of this game before. But let's get into it, they say. And they've only been playing for an hour. So I think we are going to toss a raid on over to J Crazy King and see how they like the game. Which they better. A game of this caliber. Between this and Vampire, Don't Nod really know their stuff. I haven't played Life is Strange 1 or 2, so Don't Nod is still the Vampire people to me. So it's kind of funny going from overly hammy, dramatic vampires where glass is just tortured sand to a really heartfelt, queer and community and family-based story. I guess that's just her chops, isn't it? Anyway, let's go watch J Crazy King play this game then. Thanks for hanging. Incredible experience. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But until then, take care of yourselves. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of your nights, and see you folks around.